Drew Yorke Show, live from the Red Bull office in Montreal. I'm here doing a special episode of the show for Red Bull Music Festival Montreal. I have a really special guest today, somebody that I've wanted to interview for quite a while, ever since I got put onto his music about a year ago maybe. And I just think it's just some of the coolest rap music coming out of Canada. And it's so cool that it's not from Toronto, because all the stuff I get sent to my email is like always from Toronto. Kris the Spirit, come join me. Thanks for doing this, man.
No problem.
How was last night for you? From my perspective, it was sick. It looked good. Yeah. It sounded great too. That's what I was so impressed about. I think like a lot of people I see perform like don't sound as good on stage, and you sounded great.
Yeah, thanks, man. I don't know. I was a little nerve-wracking at first, and then there was a lot of changes in the night, like schedule changes. So I was like worried about that. My DJ sort of jumped on early and announced his Instagram. I was like, what's going on? That was weird. He just said, hey, follow me. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? And then, but it was cool when I got on. I was like, cool, like, let's get into it, you know, because I haven't really booked too much gigs this year. Just been working on my project and just getting a better sound, better quality music or whatever. So it was like sort of new, like, you know, when you don't have a show for such a long time and then you just hop on into a big show like the Red Bull at the headline, not the headliner, but like the last act of the night, and it was like, oh shit. So I was a little bit nervous, you know, can't lie, but I feel like I did a good job.
I saw Nate was there too. That was sick. He was like, is that like are you guys like consistently sort of supporting each other and like keeping
he's
like?
My brother. He's like, he's my boy, bro. Like from the street, like to the music thing, to just my boy, bro. You know, so I was happy he was there. He gave me some energy. You know, he hyped up the crowd for me because, like, all the shows I've ever done in my life, I was with this dude. Like, you know what I mean? And he was always he's hype, bro. He's energy, bro. He's the energy. So
I saw at one point he, like, went to the side of the stage to kind of hype you up. And the security guard's like, yo, you can't be there. He's like, that's my brother.
Yeah, I will slap the security guard if I had seen that, for sure. Yeah, man. It was so cool.
I'm excited for him to debut. I'm excited for him to, like, relaunch that.
I can't wait.
I don't know what's gonna. I'm curious to hear what that's gonna be.
What, the new hustler?
Because he's always like so like charismatic and so like in your face.
Yeah.
Like it's always so.
He's brash. He's brash. Yeah, he's crazy, bro. His music's nuts. The new shit that he's coming out with, it's him, but it's like amplified. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that punk rock shit that he does, but like, you know, at a better level, higher level.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Leveled up version of what he does. What
I got really excited when I saw he'd gone out to LA and was like there. He wasn't just like visiting. He's like staying. It's like, yo, like this guy's gonna like it's gonna slow down for a second, but like when it speeds back up, it's not gonna stop. Like,
exactly.
You know, like it's funny. I heard recently that I've heard this like my whole life, but for some reason recently it only clicked that like the people that are in those, you know, sort of higher up, like sort of what seems to be like unattainable positions are people that have most likely taken a big risk on themselves at one point.
You got it.
You know, and that never clicked. And then recently I heard that again and I was like, yo, like there's a lot of truth to that. Like that's like something like that is like, you know, taking the risk of going out there and who knows like what's going to happen.
Exactly. But he believes in himself. Like for him, I feel like he's like, I could do this shit. And like, I believe he really does. He believes that he can do anything. That's for sure, you know? So like when he went out there, it was a confirmation of like, yo, he's not playing any games at all.
It's like that God complex.
It's low key, but not like, not like on a Kanye West-ish type of thing. But like, you know, we could do anything we wanted. After we set our mind to it, we could do it. So like that type of shit, you know what I mean? So yeah, he's crazy. But proud of him always.
Yeah, it's just cool to see, bro. Like and just somebody rubbing Montreal on a higher level.
High level. Yeah.
They're elevating it, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's what it takes. Like I'm from Ottawa, so like
Jesus Christ.
Watching Night Lovell rise up.
He's from Ottawa, right?
Bro, people in my city, like when you watch that and you see it on stage, and it's like it changes it. It's like, yo, like that could be me. It's not, that's not just like, it's not just some big American artist or some big Toronto artist or like whatever. It's like that's somebody from here, and like that changes everything. When it's like I think people just have to see it to believe it, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he's doing, inspiring people. Even me, I was like, I gotta go harder, bro. Like, I was even done with music. Like, we had our group thing going on for a while. After it fell apart, I was like, I'm done with even trying to pursue music. Like, I don't really pursue it as a career. I sort of just like do music. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I was really done with it at like after the group, and like, he sort of low key inspired me to like keep doing my thing. Cause it's like, bro, this is what we do. Like, this is what we do anyway, bro. So it's like,
You're doing it before anyway,
yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
You know.
And like, I was like, it's gonna be going on anyway, so I might as well like, you know, hit my manager up, send him the album, send him like, you know, make a plan. Why not? Cause like, this shit is gonna exist anyway. So like, might as well like, you know, see what we could do with it or whatever the case may be.
Maybe I'll ask you about like when. Like, what was music in your household like growing up? Like, what was that like? When did it become like a part of? Because I know like music is always like usually it's always around, but when did it become like you're like, oh, this is like like I'm consciously like enjoying this and like taking it in?
Michael Jackson, Thriller. It was like, whoa, this is fucking sick shit. In the household, it was like Michael Jackson, I don't fucking know, Tupac, Lauryn Hill. What else was there? A lot of reggae, Beanie Man, all that shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But like when hip hop started to really connect, it wasn't sort of the household, because my mom would be even playing like pop shit or like Mariah Carey, or what else would she listen to? Like Prince. And like, I didn't really enjoy that shit though. I didn't really like music. I really didn't like music growing up. It would be like annoying. My mom would be always playing all these shits, and like, well, obviously the Thriller was lit though. I was like, yeah, this shit is popping, you know? But I really wasn't fucking with it until I started listening to hip hop, and it's like, that's when I was like, I would be with my cousins and shit. And
do you have siblings?
Yes, I have siblings, yeah. But like, my cousins were the ones who really got me into like hip hop music. Cause like, I would be going to their houses. I'd be like, I don't know, 9, 8, whatever the case may be, and they would always be playing rap and hip hop, and they'd be freestyling, and I'd be like, what the fuck is this? What is going on here? Like, this is amazing shit, you know? And I remember listening to Biggie, and yeah, they played me a track, Biggie, Come On. You know Come On by Biggie? Yeah, so they played that shit, and I remember just my jaw dropped, like, literally, bro. Like, I walked into the room, like, it was just like, it was loud, blaring, and after I heard that shit, I was like, I want to do that too, man. This is fucking sick, you know? So then that's when I started to try to rap with these guys during their ciphers, and that's when I got into rap music, like, you know, a lot of Biggie, fucking, and then I think I didn't really fuck with any rappers at all. It was like mainly just Biggie, and then it was Tupac, and then nobody, and then when 50 Cent came out, I was like, oh, I like him too. Like, you know what I mean?
Bro, I'll never forget that. Being
when
like
that era,
being young, and when 50 Cent like dropped, like
that was insane.
All those pictures of him in like the bulletproof vest and shit, and you're just like, bro, this guy is like,
and he got shot 9 times.
Yeah,
like, this is some real shit, bro.
Like
it's not a joke.
Yeah, how dramatic that was, and how like the way that he used that as like his marketing, like that was like, he just came out and was like, this is who I am, you know, and it's like, that's like why you should listen to my music, is like.
It was crazy, bro. It was.
I remember asking my parents to like, because he was coming to Ottawa, and I was like, yo, I want to see 50 Cent. I think I was probably like.
The Canadians love 50 Cent. The
Canadians
love Ottawa, Montreal, Toronto. They're like the biggest like 50 Cent GUnit fans ever, probably, and the Europeans as well too.
I had a GUnit. I had like a GUnit shirt. You remember those? Like when they had their brand.
They were like fucking $90 or $80, and they were like garbage T-shirts with like GUnit. That's it. The shoes were trash. Actually, the shoes are low key fire. Even to this day.
Now,
now they're lit.
The shoes now, and it's like, I kept people trying to rebuy them now.
Yeah, but yeah, the shirts were ridiculous, man. It was insane. Like the worst shirts ever. Like WWE shirts or something. Like,
it's so funny how it just said GUnit across. Yeah. Like, people would just like, yes.
Yeah, and it had like a little stamp here on the side that was like approved by 50 Cent or some shit. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Low-key cringy looking back at that era, but like it really was like a boost of everything, you know. Love for music, love for the culture that I was growing up in and shit. Yeah, so whatever.
Do you remember, like, was there like rap here that you remember being aware of, or was it only just stuff like you were being put on you like by your cousins?
Cousin shit, bro. Like the music that was here, I didn't like it at all. And I remember even like
When it probably mostly would be French speaking too, right?
I didn't even pay attention to none of the French here. I know there was some English groups that had like movements, but like their music was like I didn't like their music. Like it was like sounding like Cameron or some shit. You know, like Cameron. I feel like they were influenced by Cameron or some shit, and like all their shit just sounded like Cameron or some shit. I didn't like it, but like this is what it is, man.
I read an interview. You said that you had trouble, like you guys had trouble getting jobs when you were younger because you couldn't speak French.
Yes, we just couldn't get them. Like,
that's like that. It just like I. It's
just
funny.
Can't get it.
I grew up in Ottawa, so like I remember being told like, yo, you would never get a job if you you had to have some of at least a little bit of both. But like I can't even imagine growing up
it's like,
speaking English and then.
And my French is trash, so it was like, and my French is trash because my school was trash, so it was like, I was straight doomed. Like the jobs that I was getting were like sort of like low key shady jobs, like phone scam jobs or like some boring ass survey jobs or just weird shit. You know what I mean? Or like obviously you could get those factory jobs or like those cutting grass
general
shits.
Labor.
Yeah, those painting or some shit, you know?
Bread
like,
factory.
Those are pretty much the jobs that English people do, like besides whatever other extra things you can figure out, you know? But like that's what it was, bro. It was pretty crazy actually.
So wow.
When you're young as fucking, like you're depressed. You're like, I can't even get. What the fuck am I gonna do, dog? I might have to rob a kid, bro. You know, like, you know what I mean? So it is. What
even just making you like question shit like that, just because it's like not feeling like there's like any options.
Nobody really talks about that shit, but like, it's a small percentage, obviously. Like, it's a minority thing, like English speaking people type of thing. But yeah, bro, that's a reality that
was
I lived through.
Was that ever an issue, like when you guys were coming up as a group, when you guys were the posters? Was that like did you kind of face any backlash where sort of like you guys are getting attention as like a Montreal rap group, but you didn't speak a lick of French?
We didn't care, bro.
Didn't give a fuck about
we
that.
didn't give.
Who cares?
Like we did tours in Quebec, bro. Like, and it was like pure French people were just rapping, doing our shit, getting our little check, and like we dipped. Like we didn't really. You don't even see it. You know what I mean? It's like it is what it is. Like,
yeah, I guess you're more just focusing on the love that you're getting at that point. It's not really about.
You guys
like,
fuck with us, cool. Like if not, it's cool too. Like yeah.
I always ask people, like, do you remember when you heard your own music? I heard your own shit on like, and you were like, yo, like this isn't like, because I'm sure you went for a long process where it was like, yo, this wasn't like that. This isn't like stuff I can show people. This isn't stuff I can like.
Yeah, it's true. I never liked my music.
Really?
Literally. It was always like some assholes around me like, oh, Kris, wow, you're amazing, man, oh, shit. Or like, Nate, yo, dog, oh, shit, you're hard, dog, it's crazy, yeah. Shit like that. I was never like, oh, this is fucking great, I gotta show the whole world, this is amazing. Up until maybe like now I'm like, this is kind of cool, maybe I could show it to someone. I never like heard my shit that was like, you know what I mean? So yeah, maybe up until now I feel like a little bit more confident in my sound and shit.
I'm one of those people that like, as soon as I make something and I like show other people, I'm suddenly like, fuck, this sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this suddenly it's not mine anymore. Once you put it out, then it's like it's open to judgment, and it's like it's not defined by what I thought it was anymore. It's like
exactly. Even when people used to come up to us and be like, "We love your stuff," I would be fucking shocked. Or if like Atlantic Records or like big record labels be hitting us up, I would be shocked. I'd be like, wow, really? Like this is garbage, guy. Like we could do a lot better than this, you know? But like it is what it is, man. I guess it's like it's up to the beauty's in the eye of the beholder type of shit. So
but I mean that's probably why you had an attention like that, was because you were sort of like you kept, because it was like, yo, the last thing was shit, we got next thing's gotta be better, and then, that was shit, next thing's gotta be better.
Yeah, I feel like also I'm a perfectionist. Like I don't really like shit unless I feel like it's at its best, you know. So I think that has to do with it, but I still do feel like we could have been doing better music and shit at the time. I mean, whatever. Even for me, I was like, I'm trash, bro. What's going on, bro? Like we got, you know what I mean? So
not to like
I was never like on my shit like that.
Word.
Yeah. Not
to like totally jump around, but I thought last night, the the Goku on the screen.
Oh yeah.
Plus the Hadouken, fantastic.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
kids love that shit.
I love that shit. That's the only shit I love, like probably. So yeah, I had to get it. I was mad. I was like, "Where's my Goku, bro?"
What's funny is that like, it came right as you said that. Like,
Yeah.
so, like it was like instant. So it
Yeah.
almost looked like you planned it. So it's like,
Yeah.
where's my Goku? And then it just
Boom,
comes up on
instantly.
it. Where's my
yeah.
Hadouken? And then it drops.
Yeah, exactly. That was so dope when he put it. That was crazy. Yeah.
Does that must just amp you up though? It must make
It does.
you like, feel like more power. Right?
It does. There was actually a track that was supposed to play as it was like a freestyle track that I dropped on my SoundCloud, Black Republicans freestyle.
I saw that.
Yeah, so
That was nuts.
yeah, I know, right? So that was supposed to play as the Goku dropped, but like my DJ was frazzled yesterday. I don't know. This guy was having a Haitian meltdown. I don't know what happened. Yeah.
Haitian meltdown.
Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, the Goku, very inspiring shit. Like,
I like that song, that new one. Do What I Want.
what I want. Yeah.
Like you say that's gonna be the new, like that's the first one off the new project, right? Or is that? Yeah. How long do you think we're away from
Very long.
Spirit Mode?
Spirit Mode Volume 2, very far away, because like.
Is it because you're such a perfectionist? You think that's part of it?
Yeah, I'm dropping an EP, like a 4-song EP, like really soon.
Dope.
Cause like I lost my cousin last year.
Oh.
Like, yeah, it's kind of dark turn for the interview. My bad. Anyway, yeah, I lost my cousin last year, and I'm dedicating the project to her, and it was actually her birthday yesterday.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was pretty intense, bro. So like, yeah, so I'm dropping this EP. It's 4 songs. It's dedicated to her. Even all the proceeds of the album will go to her kids, because she left behind 6 kids. She left behind 6 kids when she passed, and yeah, that will be coming like really soon. Like, but the album's like kind of far from done, you know. So
was that like a weird or sort of a new process trying to go through this like
that EP?
Yeah, with music, like dealing something like that.
Oh. Not really.
Have you ever made music like that before?
Not
like,
really.
Sort of like around that kind of time, like circumstance.
It wasn't. I didn't like do music like for her or anything like that. Yeah. But like I was in the studio one day and I made a track called Higher, and like I kept thinking about her when I made that specific track. It was like basically one track that was like in that vibe of like feeling bad that I lost my cousin. And it was like, okay, this track is great. I want to put it out, but I want to actually just make maybe I can add some other special things on it for like the people who are going to be waiting until I drop Volume 2. So it's like, okay, I'll put this project together. That track will be like the highlight, and like I'll dedicate this project to her just based off that one song that I made. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Wow. What's her name?
Savvy.
Rest in peace. Wow.
And the project's called Savvy. And it's cool. There's some cool things there, and there's that track that I really love. Put it out there in the universe.
Well, it's like if for you that music is something you love and it's a passion, it's not necessarily about this or that. You know, like it's moments like this are special. You know, it doesn't have to be about who's gonna see it or how many people are. This is about creating for the sake of and putting it out for a good reason.
Exactly.
Not just for like
the therapeutic release, the spiritual reasons, So yeah, for sure. Yep.
Where the name Kris the Spirit come from?
Many reasons. At some point in my life, as a young kid, as a teen, I feel like plagued with like negativity, violence, hella violence, just aggression, fucking depression, anxiety, all kinds of just dark things. And like I had to fix that, and the way I was able to fix that was through spirituality, like meditation, or like I was smoking hella weed too.
You like psychedelics too?
Psychedelics as well. And I just wanted to change my name to like this, like Kris the Spirit. Like I'm not that person. I'm just a spirit. I'm just like a, you know what I mean?
Ego death can do wonders, man.
Yeah, bro. Ego death, bro. Wonderful things, So
it can really help you achieve a lot.
It can definitely help you with anything. Like if you feel like it's like a reset button. You know what I mean? If you go through your life and you build up this ego for yourself, and you're like, it somehow is not working for you, or it's damaging you, you could literally just take some time out, You know, I took like maybe 3 months. I didn't do shit. I was just at my crib, like sipping tea. You know, just meditating, just trying to iron out the kinks. You know, and
yeah, it's not often that you sort of have that opportunity or take that time to analyze like the decisions you made and the thoughts you have and the things you do.
Exactly.
From a third person perspective, like it's very hard to set
hard,
aside
bro.
the mental space or the physical space to even have that kind of opportunity.
It's hard. You have to put in the work. Even like when I see other people, I'm like, just yo, bro, you need to take some time and fix your shit, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm always so like confused by people that take psychedelics to like party or something like that.
I don't get that.
To like trip.
No, I don't get that.
If I'm gonna take mushrooms or something, like it's gonna be like
I'm trying to level up.
It's gonna be like 8 hours set aside where there's absolute zero.
Yeah.
It's like all we're doing is just thinking, chilling,
exactly.
maybe like doing something light.
Exactly.
Drinking some water.
I can't get those people who party on like LSD and shit. It's like, what are you doing?
We're just trying to mash your brain up.
Have you tried it before? LSD?
No.
No? Have you tried it before? No?
Have you?
Well, yeah, of course.
Word.
Well, now I don't. Now I'm sort of like, I feel like I'm done for the rest of my life with psychedelics.
It's definitely a tool. It's definitely like there's no point in being like 70 and like still over and over again.
Nah, that's weird. That's weird. That's weird.
That's easy. Those people, like those white people with dreads on the street that are like, you're like, yeah, the only way you've gotten to this point is by doing LSD.
Yeah, yeah, you're living in the forest and shit. Yeah, that's a little bit too hardcore. Yeah, but yeah, that's why I gave myself that name, because I was like, I'm just a spirit. I'm not that guy or whatever you think I am. I'm just a soul. I'm just floating. You know what I'm saying?
Is there any other artists? Maybe not. It doesn't have to be from Montreal, but people that you would like to see on this show in this kind of format, like other people you'd kind of like to know more about, or some artists that you like
who are already booked for this show.
No, to see on this format, like do an interview like
like this. Yeah. Trippie Redd, he's my favorite artist. I love Trippie Redd.
All the interviews with him are not that like serious, they're all like jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be cool to like get to know.
Trippie Redd, probably. I don't really care too much for no artists. I loved XXX Tentacion, but he's gone, obviously. Rest in peace. Who did I like?
I'd like to get Nate on this show. That'd be cool.
Of course, bro. Hustler, bro. That can easily be done tomorrow. You could probably get it done tomorrow.
I feel like I should wait.
You want to wait till the album comes out? I should wait till
the shit comes out, and so people sort of like are listening, and then they can get like the context with the project. Yeah.
Exactly, bro. Yeah. We can work that out.
What about? I always like ask food spots.
I need
like while I'm here, I guess.
Go to the East End, find yourself a Haitian food place. That's it. Order the griot. Change your life.
What about name? I need a name.
Fuck. I don't know the names. They're like hole in the wall places, bro. Like whatever. Just if you see it, go to the East End. Go to Saint Michel. There's a street called Denis Pepin. Go to that street. There's a restaurant there. I don't know the name of it. It's like Denis Pepin and Saint Michel. It's on the left side. I'll send you the address. Okay. Anyway, go to that place, bro. It's crazy.
I'm like slowly losing.
Yeah, you're like, huh? Yeah, go there and trust me, bro. You won't regret it.
Okay, sick. Okay, dude, that's it. That's all I really want to know. Thanks so much for doing this.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
It's for having me. I've been a fan of your music ever since Dalton Higgins. He's been like, he has always harassed me about music, like whatever artist he's working with. And when he sent your shit across and I listened to it, I was like, bro, I didn't even know Dalton like represented artists that made music like this. Like he was more of like a traditional. He always worked. Yeah, I didn't know he was like working with art. Like I was so surprised.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, I met him through my manager, obviously Dalton, and he's a nice guy. He's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Peace, bro. Okay. Thank you.
Drew Yorke Show. Thanks for watching. Kris the Spirit.
Kris.
Okay, until next time.